Here's an even more detailed version of the story without a heading. My brother and I had a strained relationship for years, but nothing prepared me for the way he completely destroyed my life. From a young age, he was always competitive and jealous, constantly trying to undermine me in front of our family and friends. I tried to keep my distance, hoping that time would heal the wounds between us. When I met my wife, I believed things might finally get better and I could build a happy life without his interference. At first, everything seemed perfect. My wife and I were happy, planning our future together. But soon, my brother started inserting himself into our lives more than ever before. He would show up uninvited, make rude comments, and create tension whenever he could. I confronted him several times, but he just laughed it off and said I was too sensitive. Then, the nightmare began. One day, I noticed changes in my wife's behavior. She was distant, secretive, and anxious. I confronted her gently, hoping she would open up. After days of silence, she finally broke down and told me the truth. She was pregnant, but the baby wasn't mine. It was my brother's child. The shock hit me like a storm. I felt betrayed, humiliated, and heartbroken all at once. The person I trusted the most had not only cheated on me, but had done so with my own brother. It felt like my entire world was collapsing. My wife was scared and full of regret, crying as she begged for forgiveness. But the pain inside me was too deep. I knew I couldn't let anger consume me, but I also couldn't pretend this hadn't happened. I confronted my brother in a way I never had before. I told him that his selfishness had destroyed not only my marriage, but also any chance of a relationship with me. He tried to justify himself, saying he was lonely and that my wife had come to him for comfort, but I wasn't interested in excuses. The fallout was painful. Our family took sides, and many turned away from my brother when the truth came out. I focused on trying to save my marriage, but it was a long and difficult process. My wife and I went to counseling, talked for hours, and tried to understand how to move forward. Forgiveness was not easy, but slowly, we began rebuilding trust. Meanwhile, my brother faced the consequences of his actions. He lost friends and family support, and his reputation was tarnished. He realized that his choices had cost him everything important to him, including me. Today, my life is far from perfect, but it is healing. I have set clear boundaries and moved on from the toxic relationship with my brother. My wife and I are working hard to strengthen our bond and prepare for the challenges ahead. The betrayal was the darkest chapter of my life, but it taught me resilience, patience, and the power of forgiveness. I am determined to rebuild my happiness and not let the past define me. Though the scars remain, I know I am stronger now, and I won't let anyone, especially my brother, control my life or happiness again. Would you like me to continue with more details about